Hello and Assalamualaikum. So we are from group number 4 and today we would like to present about the article review number 1, which is the title is Environmental Management Accounting or EMA. So the group member of this group is me, myself is Nur Akila binti Sulaiman, Nur Shakila binti Muhammad, Nur Afrina binti Muhammad Khairuddin, and Sazmina Akila binti Mahfuz. Next slide please. So in this table of content, you can see we have 6 subtopic, which is the first one is abstract, second introduction, third literature review, fourth methodology, fifth results and discussion, sixth the conclusions. Next slide. So here you can see number 1, the abstract. So I will explain what is the abstract. Here what I can sum in this abstract is number 1. In the EMA, they aim to investigate the environmental management accounting in order to identify the environmental costs and their impact of environmental performance. And the second one you can see in the slide, this environmental project is purposes to improve environmental performance by needed mainly pilot project to be conducted that demonstrate a positive impact on an organization. The third one, environmental management accounting or EMA also use a research methodology which is quantitative and qualitative involving triangulation. By using the research methodology, both of them can help EMA in improving the environmental and economic performance of an organization by providing managers with more accurate value of their environmental costs. Next slide, I will pass to next person.
Okay, thank you, Akila. My name is Shazwina Akila binti Mahfuz. I will continue for the next slide, which is introduction. The first one, industrial activity, electrical demand and emission generated by transportation, also poor air quality, has increased in many developing countries. Cleaner production, CP, decide to focus on increased efficiency and decrease environmental impact as a result of product, process and service design over years. The third one, environmental management accounting EMA has gotten a lot of attention in recent years and it being marketed as a way for businesses to better manage their environmental and economic results. The fourth one, environmental management accounting EMA is well known for providing many advantages to its consumer. For the next parts, I will pass to another person.
Okay, thank you, Shazwina. My name is Nur Shakila binti Muhammad, so I will explain on literature review. Okay, first is problem statement. Next slide. Okay, the increase of raw resources costs and environmental costs are affecting the company profitability. To lessen the negative environmental impact of its manufacturing operations, the business has spent a significant amount of money on end-of-pipe technologies and a wastewater treatment plant. According to the CP concept cleaner production, which emphasizes the resources flow, any reduction in the amount of material and energy consumed will result in fewer emissions. Management views this concept as costly approach and no immediate financial benefits to the organization. The company's management is clueless of the scale of their environmental costs because of the business uses conventional accounting method to allocate the cost. So management may apply EMA, environmental management accounting, to properly allocate the environmental costs to the relevant processes and products, which allows them to find chances for implementing CP and thereby improving their environmental and economic performance. This is also to gather information needed to evaluate the potential for cleaner production savings. Okay, next slide. The goal and objective of this project are to illustrate the importance of EMA environmental management accounting in sustainable development, identifying environmental costs, and to evaluate the company's existing environmental performance rather than the company's current traditional costing system. To fulfill the aims, 9 research questions were posed within the scope of this study regarding the environmental costs, such as how old is the technology used in the production process. Okay, that's all from me. I will pass to next person.
Okay, so number 4, I will continue. The number 4 is about the methodology, which is in this methodology, we have two subtopics that relate under this methodology, which is the first one, the research methods, and the second one is the data analysis. Next slide. Okay, the first one is research methods. In this research method is about a multi-method approach, or also called method triangulations. In this method triangulation, the researcher will implement both quantitative and qualitative from the data analysis methods. In this method is using qualitative and quantitative methods to have the actual data analysis. So what is the qualitative and quantitative methodology? So qualitative methodology is about consists of interview and observation sessions. And the quantitative methodology involves question A, quantify input and output material using mass flow balance. Triangulation method is used to increase the confidence in research data analysis and to establish validity of the EMA itself. Next slide. The second one is about data analysis. Data analysis is to analyze quantitative information, but the researcher has used a number of tools, level, model, and charge. But all those that have been used, the data was established by using question A to collect data on the company current level of environmental performance and economic impact. In this data analysis, they have two most important aspects of features data analysis, which are reliability and validity. What is reliability and validity? Reliability is about the consistency of a measure on the same subject. Meanwhile, the validity is about the accuracy of the measure. So in this, reliability and validity are concepts used to evaluate the quality of research of the data analysis itself. So I will pass to the next person.
Hi, my name is Nurul Afrina binti Muhammad Kyurin. So I'm going to explain and summarize about the result and discussion. Results are then further analyzed according to the importance of the statement. So the first statement is corporate environmental strategy of the organization. This section deals with management perception of the extent to which environmental issues are integrated into the organization's corporate strategy. 4 statements are considered part of a business environmental plan. Environment plan, it worth nothing. Managers have limited knowledge of the organization, corporate environmental policy. One of the challenges to measuring environmental success is the lack of consistent environmental priorities. The large number of the respondents who indicate the neutral view on the last 2 statements demonstrate the ambiguity around this issue. Next. So, for the second segment is environmental related activities. This segment discusses the company's environmental related operation in order to incorporate environmental management. The average percentage of respondents who say they do environmental activity on a regular basis is 39.76%. Literature suggests that an EMA system should be implemented to overcome the limitation of conventional management accounting. So for the third statement is reason for the promotion of clean production by industry. This section investigates the manager perception of factors that promote the adoption of cleaner production. Uncertainty about the business's long-term viability has been described as the most critical factor. External factors have a greater influence on whether a company adopts cleaner output. Internal barriers to CP implementation within an organization include low management engagement, a lack of environmental knowledge, weak communication ties, and financial obstacles. So the fourth statement is cost of pollution or waste generation. This section is concerned with the most important causes of waste pollution in the company. No planning for production, purchasing, and sales was rated the least important causes. Material costs make up the highest portion of the cost, about 50%. In a manufacturing company, polluting companies actually pay 3 times for non-product output and need to take this cost-saving potential into the consideration. So the fifth statement is perspective of environmental management accounting. This section is concerned with the manager perception of environmental management accounting practices. Since the organization is ISO 14001 accredited, environmental impact audits are mandatory. The company uses a traditional cost accounting system which is inadequate in incorporating environmental information. According to Burnett 2013, EMA is a tool that tracks and traces environment-related costs that are generally hidden under the overhead. So the last statement for the result and discussion is environmental audit assessment. So this section looks at annual environmental impact and other audit assessment and whether the organization was currently practicing this. Research suggests that audits in EMS are used to validate the implementation of the management system. ISO 14001 standardization is continuous improvement. So I will pass to the next person.
Okay, thank you, Afrina. I will conclude this article review. For the last part is conclusion. The purpose of this study was not only to identify environmental costs associated with the manufacturing process, but also to identify areas where future saving could be generated. Paper and pure processing use a lot of resources and produce a lot of waste. There isn't much said on how effectively they handle those data and knowledge availability. The corporation is insensitive to the real cost of their own environmental costs associated with their operating operation. The company considered environmental costs as well as their calculation of contingent liabilities. The cost of waste disposal was not routinely collected and measured, and the cost of waste handling within the company was seldom considered. And the last one, environmental matters are handled solely by the environmental consultant. At time, environmental issues are delegated to an environmental expert. That's all from us, Group 4. Thank you.